One more time. Welcome. My name is Darren Broderick, and I will be presenting Zoom Training 101. With me here today is Becky Jordan, our moderator. And since I don't like to forget those that are working behind the scenes, let's also show thanks to Josephine. Our agenda for today. I am going to help you join a Zoom meeting. We're going to turn on our audio and video. So you're not in that meeting alone. I will help you invite others and how you can chat with them. We're also going to look at views while someone else is screen sharing and how you can annotate on those views. If you can see and hear me correctly, please reply in the chat or provide a reaction. Thank you. Before I continue, I would like to address the elephant in the room. And I'm not talking about the one that's hiding in that phone booth. I realize that if you are able to see and hear me already, you might not get a great deal out of this next hour. And that the real value in watching this is actually after today. I don't want you all to disconnect. Instead, I've included some activities to keep you engaged for the time that we're together. Let's join a Zoom meeting. The easiest way of joining a Zoom meeting is for someone to send you the link. In this example, the link is just about in the middle of the screen. In fact, it's right here. Once you click on the link, you'll be redirected to a Zoom website and a pop-up will appear. This pop-up wants you to start the Zoom desktop application. If it isn't already highlighted, please highlight the Zoom meetings above. Then the open link will become available below. If for some reason the Zoom desktop application isn't working or you do not want to install the Zoom application onto your computer, you can click the cancel button instead. Clicking the cancel button returns you back to the website. Instead of clicking the oh so inviting launch meeting button, we're actually interested in the join from your browser below. Clicking that will make another pop-up appear. This pop-up will ask for your name and for you to verify that you're not a robot. Once reCAPTCHA is satisfied, the join button will become available for you to click. Click it and you'll enter into the web browser. As you wait for your meeting to begin, you may receive one of the two messages. The message on the bottom, please wait for the host to start the meeting, means that the host isn't even there yet. While as the message on top, this meeting is scheduled for date, start, time, does mean the host is present. In fact, I like to think of this as back when we were able to meet in real life, that you have walked to where the meeting's being held, you're at the door, but the door is locked. However, you can see that the lights are on and somebody is moving around inside. You can't actually fix this message. Sometimes the video preview pop-up appears. The video preview pop-up gives you a chance to see what you look like before everyone else does. If you want to immediately join the meeting with your video on, click Join with Video. Otherwise, click the Join Without Video, and your current situation stays secret with you. Audio. Next, we're asked to how we want to join with our audio. If for some reason that the phone call tab is showing, please click the computer audio tab. Then click the Join with Computer Audio that you see in the middle of the screen. The reason I suggest this is it's the easiest way, it doesn't create additional charges, and it already uses the internet that you currently are using anyway. Welcome to the Zoom desktop application. This is where you'll spend about 90% of the time of your meeting. In the last pop-up, we said we wanted to join with computer audio. However, the audio isn't actually on. We have to turn it on manually. To turn on the audio, click on the unmute with the microphone icon and the slash in the lower left-hand corner. Once we do, it turns to mute, and you should see green bars going up and down in the microphone icon. You don't see the green bars? Neither do I. I'm going to check my audio settings. To check my audio settings, I'm going to click on the caret or the upward arrow that is just to the right of the mute icon. It looks like I am using a different microphone than is the default for my computer. I'm going to change to the default microphone and, just for the heck of it, the default speaker as well. Now, when I talk, I should see green in the mute icon. On the iPhone, to turn on our audio, we are going to give Zoom permission to our mic. Then we are going to click Call using Internet Audio. This will allow us to use the same internet that the meeting is currently using. The audio is now on. For Android devices, we're going to give Zoom permission by clicking Got It. Then we are going to click on Call Device Audio just above the mute icon. The audio has been turned on. In the web browser, if for some reason you are on the phone call tab, click to the computer audio tab and then click Join Audio by Computer. Since I'm using Mozilla, Mozilla is confirming that I want to do what I said I wanted to do. As my default device is already selected, I'm going to click Allow. As you can see, the unmute is now in the far left corner. So I will click on the unmute, and now I have audio on my web browser. If for some reason you still can't hear your audio when the mute button is turned on, click on the caret or the upward arrow that is just to the right of the mute icon. Here, you can see which microphone and speaker you've selected. Video. To start video in the desktop application, click on the Start Video button, which is just to the right of the mute icon. Now, you should be able to see yourself on the screen. Since I am not able to see myself, I'm going to check what my video settings are. I'm going to click on the caret or the upward arrow that is just to the right of the stop video icon. Once again, it looks like I'm not using the default camera for my computer. I'm going to change to the default camera. Now I should be able to see myself. To start video on an iPhone, click on the Start Video icon, which is an old-fashioned camcorder with a slash running through it. Your video should now be on. For Android devices, to start video, click on the video icon, which is just to the right of the mute icon. Your video should now be on. If for some reason that you're not seeing you, it might be that your rear view facing camera has been turned on instead, which might look something like this. While this might be a concern for your meeting, In our case, it is just a welcoming ceremony at our Toastmasters Club for new members. To change to your front-facing camera, click on the camera icon, which is either in the top left or just left of the password. And you should be able to see your sunny complexion. In the web browser, to start video, we're going to click on the Start Video icon, which is to the right of the audio icon. Start Video icon is the old-fashioned camcorder with a slash running through it. Since I am using Mozilla, Mozilla is asking if I want to do what I said I wanted to do. As my default device is already selected, I'm going to click Allow. Once again, I see myself. There are two views that you can use while in a Zoom meeting. The first view is Gallery View. This view allows you to see everyone that is currently in that meeting. The second view is Speaker View. This view shows the person that is currently talking in the big window with about 4 or 5 other people on the top. I want to see that you're still with me. I have taken a cropped close-up image of an item, and I would like for you to guess what it is. Please provide your guesses in the chat. And Rebecca, if you can verbally tell me what they are.
I have one person that says fireworks, sparks from fireworks, a fireworks celebration.
No, those are incorrect. However, I will give you a hint.
Shooting stars.
The first hint is that some of these you may still have out as decoration from the last holiday season we've had.
Well, there goes my guess because it can't be fruitcake. Christmas tree. We're seeing Christmas lights.
You're getting a lot closer. I'll just skip to my second hint, and this will be my final hint. So what you are seeing is transmitting light. However, this particular item can also transmit other types of signals. Do we have any final guesses, Rebecca?
Yeah, I think we've got one here. I think we have a winner. Fiber optics.
You are correct.
Nancy Adrian.
Who was the winner?
Nancy Adrian.
Good job, Nancy. All right, let's back up a second. It was hard to determine what that picture was because we didn't have the full view of what we were looking at. I like to think of this same idea when we talk about two of the views that you can use when you're on a cellular device. Let's think of our camera lens as a fixed lens, a fixed frame for our reference. It can only see what is currently present in its view. In other words, there's more to the Zoom meeting than what you're seeing on your screen. Now, I am aware that other tutorials like to use certain ways to describe this as swipe left, swipe right, crisscross. Okay, I'm joking on the crisscross. I just couldn't help myself. However, for our purpose, I think we should use a grasping or a grabbing motion because what we're really doing is pulling stuff that is currently out of our reach towards us. And because I enjoy illustrations, let me set up one. Let's imagine that the holidays are still not too far away. And I happen to have some sweet, delicious sweet potato casserole sitting on a circle table. And I'm in a rolly chair right next to it. And there's a red and white tablecloth on the table. Well, I'm unfortunately too lazy to get up out of the rolly chair to get that yummy casserole. What am I going to do? I am going to grab the tablecloth and pull that casserole towards me. In the same way, we're going to grab the right edge of the screen and pull what's over there towards us. This is how we get to gallery view. If we want to see the speaker view again, all we have to do is just pull on the left edge and bring it back towards our camera view. Background, virtual background. In the desktop application, to access the virtual background, we're going to click on the caret or the upward arrow that is just to the right of the stop video icon. Here, if we look underneath the cameras, we'll see choose virtual background. Once we click on it, the background and filters tab opens with the background showing. I can use some of the defaults that Zoom already has installed, such as the Golden Gate Bridge or Planet Earth. If I want to add other virtual backgrounds, I will click on the plus icon just to the right of the virtual Earth and choose pictures from my computer or those that I can find. Now, if I was actually in front of my camera, I would personally be in front of the planet Earth. I would like to point out that not all computers have the ability to perform the virtual background. For those that do not, such as mine, you have to have a physical green screen, and this I have a physical green screen option just to my left selected. If we don't want our virtual background on, we can click on the none, which is just to the upper left. And the virtual background is no longer on. To turn on the virtual background on your cellular device, we are going to click on the ellipses more in the bottom right-hand corner. Once we do that, we're going to click on virtual background, which is the second to last option. Now, the one virtual background that is currently available is the Golden Gate Bridge. Also, there is a plus icon, which we can use to select photos that are stored on our phone or others that we can find. If I want to turn on the Golden Gate Bridge, I'll select it like so. Now, if I was actually in front of my phone, you would see me in the forefront and the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. If I don't want a virtual background showing, I can hit the none, or I can hit remove in the bottom left-hand corner. Special request, video filters. To access the video filters, we're going to click on the caret or the upward arrow that is just to the right of the stop video icon. Next, we're going to look underneath the cameras and choose video filter. From here, you can use any of the video filters that Zoom already has currently installed. Now, you might be able to use some of the color filters, and you could possibly get away with an outline like maybe this one. However, I can't see any good reason why you should use these in a professional setting. Use this for your personal or recreational use. To exit out of this settings window, click on the X in the top right-hand corner. Special request, Studio Effects. Access Studio Effects. We are going to click on the caret or the upward arrow that is just to the right of the stop video icon. Then we can pick either choose virtual background or choose video filter. It doesn't matter, as both provide the option of Studio Effects. Studio Effects Beta is in the bottom right-hand corner. Once I click on that, the Studio Effects tab appears on my right. As you can tell from the screen, there is currently the options to change eyebrows, facial hair, and lip color. For any PR people in Toastmasters that are watching this after the fact, would you happen to know if there is a policy on using TI brand colors as facial makeup? After this presentation, there might be. You never know, you might get a joker that does something like this in one of your meetings. To remove the virtual makeup, click the None box in each category that you currently have selected. Instead of clicking the close on the bottom right, click the close on the top right of this settings box to return to the main meeting window. Invitations. Because we don't want to be the only one in our meeting, let's invite some others. To invite other people, click on the caret or the upward arrow that is just to the right of the participants icon. Next, click on Invite. Here, I'm going to click on Email to move us to the other toggle. On this page, I have 4 different options to email, as well as other ways I can copy the invitation information. Since I am familiar with Gmail and have an account, I'm going to click on Gmail. Here, the information is already pre-populated, so all I have to do is just add recipients on top and hit send. Because we don't want to be the only one here in our web browser meeting, we're going to invite some other people. I'm going to click on the participants icon, which is just beneath me. Here, the participants tab opens up, and in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see an invite button in the center. When I click on that invite button, I'm given different options to email or copy the invitation information. I'm going to click on Gmail, as that is the one I'm most familiar with and have an account. Once I click on that, the information is pre-populated into this email. All I have to do is add the recipients on top, their email addresses, and hit send. For the iPhone, since I don't want to be the only one here in my meeting, I'm going to click on the participants icon, which is just to the left of the ellipses. On the bottom of the participants icon is the invite button. If I hit the invite button, the options I have to invite other people appear. Depending on which option I choose will depend on which part of the phone sends the request. For Android, I'm going to hit the participants icon, which is just to the left of the ellipses. The participants appear. In the bottom left-hand corner is the invite button. If I click on the invite button, the different options I have of sending invitations comes up. Depending on which option I choose will depend on which part of the phone sends the request. Chat. To chat with others in the desktop is easy. We want to chat with those that we've invited. We're going to click on the chat icon that is just below me. Here, you'll see the chat box appears to our right, and we can type whatever it is that we want to say in the bottom of it. If we want to send it to everyone, all we have to do is hit enter. If instead we want to send it to a specific person, we're going to change the caret or the downward arrow that is just next to everyone to the person that we wish to send the message. Chat with the other participants in the web browser is easy. To the left of the ellipses is the chat icon. Once we click the chat icon, the Zoom group chat box appears. In the bottom of it, we can type whatever it is that we want to say and hit send if we want to send that message to everyone. If you haven't figured out yet, the web browser has fewer capabilities. For iPhone, to chat with those that are also in our meeting, we're going to hit on the ellipses in the bottom right-hand corner. Once we do that, you'll notice that chat is the first option. Once we'll click that, and the chat box appears. In the bottom of the chat box, you can type in whatever it is you want to and hit send if you wish for that message to go to everyone. If you only want to send that message to a specific person, click on the caret or downward arrow just next to everyone and select the person you want to send the message to. In the Android, we're going to hit on the ellipses in the bottom right-hand corner. Then we're going to hit chat. The chat box appears. In the bottom of the chat box, we can type in whatever it is we want to send if we want to send it to everyone. If you don't wish for your message to go to everyone, click the caret or downward arrow next to everyone and select the specific person you wish to send the message to. To exit out of the chat, you can hit the close button in the top left-hand corner. Special request. Use while screen sharing. While screen sharing, there's a couple of additional options you can do. Right now, I'm currently in gallery view while a shared document or presentation is currently being screen shared. If I don't want to be in gallery view, all I have to do is just click on the view button in the top right-hand corner of the window and change it to speaker view. Also, if I wish to change how big the shared document and speaker view are next to each other in side-by-side mode, I can click the bar between the two and alter their sizes, simulated as so. If I don't want to watch the meeting in side-by-side mode, I can remove that by clicking on the View Options caret on the top of the screen. Here, I will uncheck the side-by-side mode. When I do that, the speaker appears above the big shared document. If the speaker is more important than the document currently being shared, you have the ability to flip the two. All you have to do is hit the two rectangle boxes that is in the far right-hand corner. When you do that, the speaker becomes prominent. For your phones, there's a few options you can use to zoom in and zoom out. What you do is, if you have a touch screen and it's on the shared document, in this case presentation, you just put your two fingers on, you expand them, and the screen will zoom out. Pull them closer together and the screen will zoom in. If you'd rather see the speaker, click on the speaker. In this case, it's in the bottom right-hand corner, and the two flip places. Special request, annotation. While someone else is screen sharing, you can interact with their shared document. In this case, it's a presentation on how to annotate. To use the Annotate tool, click on the Annotate tool, which is on the top of the Zoom window. Now, if this was a real Zoom window, it would actually be above the You Are Viewing screen and view options. However, I wanted to make it easier for you to see. Then we're going to click on the Annotate tool, and our available options appear. I'd like to talk about three of those options. The first one, Draw, gives us different ways we can draw lines, semi-transparent shapes, and filled-in shapes. The Format option allows us different colors, different line widths, and different fonts we can use while we are using the text tool. Finally, I would like to bring up the clear options. This allows you to clear your drawings, other people's drawings, or everyone's. To exit out of the annotation tools, click the X. Annotation on cellular devices is a little bit different. For the iPhone, while someone else is screen sharing, we're going to click on the pencil icon, which is just above the mute icon. Once we do that, the 5 options we have become available. When we're done using the Annotate tool, we can click on the filled pencil icon. For the Android, while someone else is screen sharing, we're going to click on the pencil icon that is just above the mute icon. Now, you'll see all the available options we have at our disposal. When we are done using the Annotate tool, we will click on the filled-in pencil icon. Provided that annotation is available to those that are with us, please either annotate on the screen or put it in the chat how you would finish these sentences.
And we have one annotation.
Yep, I see shared screen, I see content, humor, online engagement. Okay, so for the next one, please chat how you would answer that. And oh, no, same slide. Yep. And well, someone's already done it. Okay. What other resolutions do you have?
We have a DTM resolution in the chat. We have some folks that are definitely going to be using the annotation feature that you pointed out to us. We have a couple of DTMs. Wow. Yeah, you guys are aiming high and I admire you. I know how much work those DTMs are.
Okay. And then if anyone else wants to fill in the last one, by all means. See international clubs, mobile tips. All right. Well, thank you for your answers. Next time I'll have it so we know who answered what on the screen, but that's okay. Rebecca, can you go to the next slide? And clear the annotations, please. All right, so here is the challenge. And if any of you participants want to do this, have at it. I would like for someone to draw a yellow circle in this drawing. Well, I do see a circle. And I see one that's not filled in. Not sure what happened there. Okay. My next challenge is, can someone do the outline of a green triangle? Yep, I see a green triangle. All right, and then my final one is, can I get a semi-transparent brown rectangle? Semi-transparent. If you need help, under the draw, there was a shape that had little dots in it. When you click on that and you drag it out, you will receive, or it will do, transparent shapes. Oh, I am seeing some shapes. Yep. not brown, but it is transparent. To change the color to brown, you would have to go to the Format tab and change the green to brown. Give it just a heart. All right, I think you guys have an idea what's going on. So we'll go to the next slide. And we're going to skip that for time. Questions. Let's hear them.
Okay, folks should be able to unmute themselves now and ask questions.
Yes, this is Alana. I
Hi,
had a
Alana.
question. Hi, wonderful presentation. What is a DTM?
DTM is a distinguished Toastmaster. It is the highest award within Toastmasters, but is not the highest for the pathways.
Okay, thank you.
This is Nancy. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes, I do. I was trying to send a video of our club to Don Tucker. And when I did the video and I practiced with someone else to see if they could hear me, they could not hear me. What we did is we went to the share screen and allowed the video. You didn't cover that. I just wanted to note that so other people will know that when they are making a video, they have to click that audio to have someone else hear it.
Thank you for that comment. You are correct. I did not cover that. My focus was on people that were just participants that weren't actually responsible for sharing things.
And you do have a question on the screen that somebody annotated.
I'm not seeing, oh, is this meeting available archived? So the video will appear on the District 8 YouTube web channel, as well as the McBride Lincoln Douglas YouTube channel. Except I'm going to edit out some of the last parts because they really didn't go as planned.
So can anyone hear me? Can you guys hear me? This is Nancy Adrian.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Darren. Great presentation. I'm curious how you managed to do the interaction between yourself and the slides. Did you have like multiple laptops going, or how were you doing that? Because it was very entertaining, and I think it really did keep our attention. So I thought that was genius and very creative.
Well, I thank you for that. So I figured someone was going to ask about the tech. Nancy, I am not using PowerPoint. I am not using OpenOffice. I am using I used a program called Classic OBS. OBS stands for Open Broadcaster System. It is actually a, well, it's broadcasting like you would see on the news, except theirs is paid and this one was free. Because of that, that's why we sometimes went to the wrong scenes. I get that this is a virtual meeting, but Toastmasters, we like to walk around. We like to change how we talk and our body movements. So that's why I added some of the, oh, I'm over here, now I'm over here, now I'm over here. But I hope that wasn't distracting for the others in this meeting.
I thought it was very engaging, and I think that it added a lot of dynamics to the meeting and kept it moving along and really kept us engaged in seeing what was going to happen next. So I thought it was very effective.
Well, I appreciate, Nancy. Thank you. I would also, if I remember what I was going to say.
Darren, someone Lee asked, how do you break up into groups? I think they're talking about breakout rooms. You might want to give an insight on that.
Sure. Let me just give me 1 second. I also made it so you could see every different picture because this would be better to be in real life. However, we don't have that as an option. As for breakout rooms, the host or the co-host has those abilities. To create a breakout room, it's actually an option on the bottom tab for the host or the co-host. If it's not showing, it might be under the more. And then it says breakout room, you click it, and then you choose if you want 1, 2, 3. I think you can make multiple breakout rooms for the same Zoom meeting. I probably wouldn't advise that. And then you just hit start. That creates the breakout rooms. And then there is another switch, which unfortunately I don't have in front of me, which creates the breakout, which lets people join breakout rooms. And it looks like Rebecca is already having people come.
This does not work nearly as well when you are the host, showing what a breakout room looks like from the other side.
I was going to go in it, but the low system resources showed up. It definitely is a problem when everyone's present. Well, I hope that answered your question. If you're still here, if you're not in a room. We have 2 more minutes, I believe, so I can answer one more question.
So Darren, can you hear me?
Yes, who is speaking?
Nancy Adrian.
Yes, Nancy, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm experimenting with the different views that you can have, and I see the button up in the top, and it's giving me speaker view, gallery view, and full screen. What happened to the side by side? Because I was really liking that as a presenter. It's really kind of important to see your slides and the responses in the chat window, and that's kind of challenging. So I love the side by side. Where did it go?
Okay, so Nancy, that only appears when you are screen sharing.
Oh, okay.
And if it's not currently shown, you just go to the view options, which is roughly, I can't do it with my hands, but it's near the top. And you just click on the side-by-side mode.
Okay.
Rebecca, because I think we forgot, can you show the resources before time is up? That was the last PowerPoint slide. I think Rebecca probably went in the breakout room. All right, Wheel. I will do what I can. There we go. Yep, thank you. No, the last slide, please. Yep, so I did not do this with all my wonderful knowledge. I definitely went to the tutorials that are most common for a lot of the pictures, as well as Benfinio and the support Zoom. So Benfinio is a philosophy professor who did like short videos for his students. If you're just looking for one thing, I would suggest go check his stuff out, as well as, of course, checking out all the resources Zoom has.
Can I add one more resource to your list of resources?
You may.
On the District 8 website, dist8tm.org, you guys should have that memorized by now. There is a tab there for Zoom Masters. They've accumulated several people, Darren is one of them, who can help you with Zoom questions, Zoom issues, Zoom general how do I do's. So if you're looking for something, you can go to the District 8 website and reach out to one of those Zoom Masters.
All right, well, I would like to thank all of you either here or if the breakout room for coming. And yes, please enjoy the rest of TLI. And as a special treat, once I'm done editing, I'm going to close caption the video I put on the McBride Lincoln Douglas YouTube site for those that are visually impaired or hearing impaired. Well, thank you. Please enjoy your rest of your time here today.
Thanks, Darren.